Welcome back to the channel, passengers. This is Dom, your comic tour guide, and today we're going to be covering Absolute Batman issue number 1. The story begins with a helmeted biker returning to Gotham after 5 years away. Said helmet revealing to be MI6 agent Alfred Pennyworth, fresh out of a long pursuit overseas. He attempts to reach out to his estranged daughter Julia, but to no response. He then creates a secure channel to MI6, and it's there where he gets his next orders, and that's to observe Gotham City's latest rising power, the Party Animals, a violent gang whose emergence has driven the murder rate up 700%. He's only there to observe the situation. He's not to make any contact with said party animals unless absolutely necessary. And even then, it's not even towards the party animals, it's to a mysterious vigilante who's been taking the fight to the party animals as of late. Once the call is finished, he then hears some commotion outside of his safe house, to which he investigates, but discovers that his bike was stolen. Then the scene ends with him muttering under his breath that he hates Gotham. One morning, we're taking the crime alley at Croc's gym, where we see Bruce Wayne training on a heavy bag. He thinks back to the day his father Thomas Wayne died during a school field trip, and he eventually winds up destroying the punching bag that he's working on. This catches the attention of the gym's owner and Bruce's childhood friend, Waylon Jones, who he apologizes to and promises to pay for the damages. It's then when Waylon brings up their friend group's usual poker night, claiming that the whole gang's going to be there, from Fuzzy to Harvey to Eddie, and even Selina if he can get a hold of her. He immediately declines it, even when Waylon makes the point to say that he's been avoiding them for the last few months. And seeing that invitation is off the table, Waylon then tries to invite Bruce to the city hall meeting later that night regarding the party animals. Bruce then acts like he doesn't hear what he says as he leaves Croc's gym, while Waylon calls out to him, stating that the party animals need to be dealt with. And Bruce agrees, which is why he intends to do something about it, just maybe not in the way that Waylon might think. Meanwhile, aboard a yacht outside of Gotham, two leaders of Gotham's crime families, Sal Maroni and Mr. Falcone, meet with the party animals leader, Realm Sionis, aka the Black Mask. They demand that Sionis pulls out of Gotham all his party animals, or else there's going to be consequences. Black Mask then responds in kind by showing the gang leaders his collection of death masks. As they realize that some of these faces are the former lieutenants, Falcone and Maroni realize too late that they're next on the chopping block, as Black Mask has them slaughtered on the spot. Later that night, protesters demand Mayor Jim Gordon resign from his position. Outside of the building, Alfred quietly observes, requesting permission to engage the party animals while walking up the building, to which they double down and tell Alfred to continue to observe. Martha Wayne, who's in attendance of the meeting, tries to help calm the situation. Before she can make any headway, the party animals storm the hall, shooting down Mayor Gordon on the spot. It's there where his daughter, Barbara Gordon, rushes to his side, realizing that he's not dead, but not covered. Chaos can continue to spread. The mysterious vigilante then yanks out the party animals back outside, slamming the door shut. This gives Barbara and the rest of Gotham PD enough time to secure the perimeter and collect their bearings, as Barbara comes face to face with the masked vigilante, who tells her to keep the door shut, keep the citizens protected, no matter what she hears outside. Alfred then contacts MI6, claiming that he can see the vigilante as well, to which they double down on their second objective, engage him if the need arises. The party animals are the third to spot them, opening fire on him, but their bullets have no effect. The masked vigilante then drops a smoke pellet and takes the fight to the party animals, revealing himself to be Batman. As Batman drops to solid ground, he then employs a variety of tools and fighting skills to systematically break down the gang members. From grappling hooks that act as stilts, the knives that are hidden around the ears of his helmet, wraps that also hold miniature blades, alongside his knowledge of mixed martial arts from Muay Thai to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And Alfred makes it a point to state that despite how brutal and bloody his style of fighting is, every meticulous blow is non-lethal. Even when a massive enforcer comes up to meet Batman with a cleaver, Batman doesn't skip a beat by taking out a handle from his utility belt and clips it to the bat symbol on his chest, creating an axe and promptly slicing off said enforcer's hand, sending him running. It's only then, after some hesitation, to where the rest of the party animal forces retreat as well. Once the carnage settles down, it's then where Alfred contacts and grant him permission to engage the Batman. And he manages to get up close to the man with his custom shotgun, warning him to stand down. But Batman's on 10 toes, incapacitating Alfred, escaping the scene and taking the shotgun as a souvenir. The next morning, Alfred's hot on the Batman's tail, already uncovering his identity, identifying him as one Bruce Wayne, 24 years old, raised in Crime Alley by Martha Wayne, a social worker, and Thomas Wayne, elementary school teacher, his school teacher. To give the student at a young age, winning a 5th grade engineering competition, which won his entire class a trip to the Gotham City Zoo. This is where tragedy strikes this version of Batman, when his father, Thomas Wayne, chaperoning this trip, winds up sacrificing himself to save Bruce and his class from an active shooter. After this event, where Bruce has some run-ins with the law, but then turns himself around by the time he's ready to choose colleges. Bruce managed to earn himself a full ride through college by means of an athletic scholarship, to where he fakes a leg injury and continues to hone his mind as well as his body for his mission to come, studying mechanics, chemistry, psychology, military theory, history, and returns back to his home in Gotham to learn the city's inner working through municipal jobs, finally settling on civil engineering and more specifically construction, a position that allows him to clean up and repair the same fights and incidents that he creates as Batman. Alfred manages to tail Bruce to two locations: Gotham City Zoo, which is now condemned, but serves as a memorial for his father, where he pays his respects. He finally makes his final destination that day to his mother, Martha Wayne's house, as he goes to check up on her after the events of City Hall the night before. Alfred almost pulls the trigger on Batman, but it's then where he finally gets a message from his daughter, Julia, tells him in full caps never to contact her again. Later that night, Alfred gets another opportunity to follow Bruce to one of his hideouts, where Bruce himself is waiting and gets to drop on Alfred with the same shotgun he stole just before. Alfred tries to call his bluff, letting Bruce know that he's aware of his no-kill rule, but Bruce pulls the trigger anyway. He survives, but he's not going to be comfortable. Alfred realizes a couple of things. One, he's ruined his customized gun by rendering it non-lethal. Two, he insults him further by returning it in that state. And three, after hearing the revving of a bike engine, he realizes it's Bruce that stole his bike when he first returned to Gotham, revealing that he knew that Alfred's been tailing him this entire time. As he jumps off the roof of the building, fighting into the night, leading him to lick his wounds and pick out tiny batterings from his face. Bug wraps up the first issue, taking us back to Alfred's safe house as he patches himself up and contacts MI6, letting them know that he'll keep an eye on party animals and deal with Batman accordingly. Before signing off, his contacts let him know about his previous target disappearing after last being seen in the Philippines. Cut to Manila, where two helicopter pilots talk about said target that Alfred's been chasing. Whoever this person is, he's one of the richest people on the planet, training across the world with the most deadliest people alive, only to kill said people once he's done training with them. From folks like Henry Ducard to the entire League of Assassins, he's burned them all. Not one of them is left alive to tell the tale, taking many aliases like Arthur, Jack, but most recently, the Joker.